Yeah, you just be more natural than that. Just a touch.
Hey, it's Char, and today I'm going to talk to you about some teapots that I've got here at the house. I've got some video clips of those teapots, and I just want to go through what they are and the different shapes and styles of teapots that I've got here, and some that I've made in the past. So here we go. Okay, so now are the teapots. The first one I want to talk about is this one. Now, this is a teapot that we use at this house almost every day. This pot was actually made by a lady who I go to a community pottery studio with. Her name is Jackie. I just love this pot. It pours really nicely. If you look at that spout, which we'll be going into later, that spout is a really nice design and something that I have sort of emulated in some of my work in more recent times. The lid is slightly unusual. This is a hand-built teapot. This wasn't thrown on the wheel. It was built by hand, formed from soft slabs, I believe. So you can see the lid actually has an insert and a lip, and the top of the teapot here sits up in this little, inverted lip in there. And yeah, a bit of a strange bottom to it as well, all due to it being hand built, and that's just the construction method that Jackie used. As I said, really like this teapot. It is a very traditional style of teapot. But yeah, love it. So this is a little set of teapots that I actually found at they are all from the same pottery. And there's a little Japanese or Chinese symbol on the bottom of each of them that is all the same. To me, they look like they're slip cast, so they're made in little molds. So someone made the original pot, and then a mold was taken of that pot, and then slip or liquid clay was put into those molds, and this is what you get. It looks like it's got a slightly clear glaze. There's a little bit more shine on the outside to the inside, but other than that, it's quite a raw glaze material. I don't know if you can see the symbol on the bottom of them. Yeah, so I don't know, I just thought they were pretty cute, something a little bit interesting. Whoops. And this one's the elephant. It's cute. I like tiny things. The next one I want to talk about is kind of similar. It's just another one in my little collection, really. It sort of emulates the style of a Chinese teapot, made with just a specific type of purple clay that's only found in, I think it's only found in 2 villages in China now. I would never be able to get my hands on that sort of clay. I could buy a teapot. They're very expensive. This I just found at the op shop. I don't think it's an original piece, but it does have little Chinese or Japanese or some symbol on the bottom there as well. So that's just another little cute one that I wanted to show you. There's just one more little cute one, and we'll move on to real size teapots. I just have a thing for tiny things, I guess. It's a very traditional sort of Chinese teapot shape. It has a bamboo handle, and it's got this cute little inlay painted on the front of it here. Once again, I think this is slip cast. Just from how production pottery is nowadays. It is slip cast. Just cute. It's very cute. Okay, next, I want to show you some teapots that I've made. As I was talking about earlier in the video, I have put into the Melbourne Teapot exhibition a couple of times. I have applied for it this year or shown my expression of interest. However, I'm not sure if it's going to be going ahead with all the quarantine rules and everything. So, I mean, I will always make teapots anyway. I'm always making teapots anyway. It's just part of my practice, and it's one thing in pottery that I want to be able to do really, really well, just because I appreciate a good teapot. These two have ended up sticking with me because unfortunately they are broken. This one wasn't. I broke this one myself. So I just smashed the handle. I've actually glued it back together. It still works fine. Unfortunately couldn't sell it, probably didn't want to anyway. I was very excited when I made this. I really love the shape of this teapot. I really love the tiny, tiny little spout. The shape of the handle, that it's got quite a fat, sturdy bottom to sit well on the table. It's not gonna rock over. It's not gonna, if someone hits it by accident, like nothing's gonna happen to it. The lid itself is fits really nicely. It's got a little ridge like the first one we looked at. It's got this little ridge, and that sits in this valley here. That's my favourite way of making a lid. As you can see, that's not going anywhere. Really love this piece. It's something that will stay in my collection for a really long time. And I drink a lemon honey ginger tea out of it every day. The next one is this one. I actually made this teapot, it was a little while ago now, maybe 2017, 2018. It was actually up there in one of the first teapots that I made. It's quite heavy, which is something that happens when you first start making pottery, and you don't fully understand how to move the clay up from the bottom of the cylinder and into the body. You end up with heavier bottoms to your pieces. It's something that in some ways doesn't hinder. I think having a sturdy bottom to a teapot is important because you don't want it to fall over, especially when it's a tall one like this. Once again, it's got this short little spout. That's something that I do like to do. I will show you how to make longer spouts. However, the teapots that I'll be making as part of these videos will have the short, dumpy little spouts, just because that's how I like to make them. I will do a variety of handles though in the tutorial. This is just a pretty standard little handle. It's nice to grip. You can also hold your thumb on the lid to be able to pour it. This lid is pretty well seated. It did get stuck through the firing. That's why this one had to stay here. We've got a number of little chips around the rim here that I made when I was trying to unstick that lid. I now actually don't fire my lids in place usually, depending on the style of lid that I do. Something like this I would actually fire separately, and that you can see like on this teapot here, you'll have this glaze sitting in the valley there, which I just like more. I think it makes a better finish for the piece. So that's how we'll be making them. The next ones I want to show you are these two. Now these are a more like sculptural variety of teapot. This is sort of my more current work, sort of made within the last year. This one here has got little mushrooms on it. It's got a nice little lid. It's actually made on a darker clay body. It's got this lovely runny glaze that runs over the mushrooms, sort of makes the mushrooms kind of look like they're glowing a little bit. And then it's got these nice little cluster of mushrooms on the lid there. That sits in quite nicely. Not super happy with the fit of this lid, so that's why this one has stayed here at the house with me. I'll probably sell it as a second at some point in the future. I don't know, sometimes I just like to hold on to things for a little while. It's so cute. It's so cute. Sunflower teapot. Now, this one I made, I think it was the start of this year. It's got this wooden handle with wire attached to these two little loops here, which are attached to the body of the teapot. The lid's possibly a little bit loose. The lid might have just warped out of shape in the kiln, but it's not too bad. I would still use this. We pour it. So yeah, basically all of these teapots are for tea. They're for display. They're for you just to look at and get an idea of what a teapot can be. Anyway, last one. This is a trick teapot. I was actually lent this by a friend of mine at the Community Pottery Studio, Trish. So if you watch this, Trish, thank you very much for lending me this. It's been very interesting. So this is a teapot, but as you can see, you can't actually take its lid off. It's got a tiny little spout here. I think it's a fish or a dragon. I think it's a dragon. It's a little Chinese production teapot made in mold. Someone did make the original piece though, obviously. So what I figured out is that the water actually goes in this hole here at the bottom. So you fill it up from the bottom here, but it doesn't come out of the spout at the same time as you're pouring water in here. So what I think is happening is there's some mechanism on the inside. I thought maybe a tube that takes the water all the way down through the handle and then back into the body of the teapot. I'm not 100% on that. It's a little bit like a puzzle jug. If you don't know what a puzzle jug is, give it a Google. There's a couple of YouTube videos that are actually really good on what a puzzle jug is. Puzzle is something else that I really like. I would love to make a pottery puzzle. I have given it a go accidentally, but it has definitely sparked ideas to potentially, make a piece that can be glued back together if you so wish. That's for future occasion. Cool, so thanks for watching, guys. If you like this content and you like this channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to comment down below, please do. If you've got ideas of things you want to see me make or you want to see on the wheel, just let me know. I'm always happy to hear what you guys want me to do. So yeah, catch you soon.